All right, hello everyone. So we've got Thursday, the 28th of September. Now for gold, I did say, what did I say? I said Monday. No, not Monday. I said Wednesday and Thursday is tricky. Okay, so when we had the swing days, um, I said, yeah, Wednesday and Thursday are going to be actions day for gold. Okay, when I put the swing days there on Monday, as you can see, that's your Wednesday. It's just like non-stop coming all the way down here. This is not a surprise because remember, we were expecting this blue zone. I said we should be coming down here, and that's nice. Okay, sold on the Mars line and then pushed down, which is good. So now we're here. We've got a bit more room to fall down, and we've got some room to close up here as well, the gaps. So on the daily, we're down here right at the bottom. On the weekly, though, we've got room to come down. That room to come down is 1836, 55, 66. So there's room to come down, but what you don't want to be doing is don't want to be selling on the daily support. So the only time you want to be selling is if we go up. And at these levels down the line, you can also buy as well, because these are like levels where the targets are done. So the market should, start buying somewhere. Why? Because then they'll have to close this big gap as well. So they're looking to buy somewhere. That level could be 1856 zone as well, because this is the place where they'll want to like kind of close the gap. So at the end of the day, we've got room to come down and we've got reason to buy. If you want to buy at Astro Hours at prices like at the lows to go up, okay? Or you can buy at these levels here to go up. Otherwise, you need to let the market come up, fill in the gaps at 19, 1915, and then sell off again. So whichever is working out first. Same here with SP 500. Now with SP 500, remember I had these levels before. I said this is the gap as well. Also, I drew this black zone in here. This is an interesting zone, we said. And there's the gap here, and the market fills the gap. So this has got room to go up a little bit and to close gaps as well, just like we said here. Remember, I also had 4297, where the market actually bounced up from there. That was Monday. And remember, Monday and Tuesday were swing days for SP 500. So Monday it went up, Tuesday, another swing day came down. That is just really amazing, actually. So that's that. So what to do now, what we should do is from these levels, should pick up a little bit, go up maybe into this goodbye kiss here. So should come up into this zone, maybe, close the gap here, and then sell off again. So buying is also logical, and doing so at the lows is not a bad idea. The market comes down. The daily pivot is here. So that 4266, 4261 is close to the daily pivot. That's one thing. The one thing you got to be careful about is the gap here. So all of a sudden in New York, might find ourselves at the low in order to go up again. Okay, so that's your first zone. That's your second zone at Astro Hours to go long. Other than that, we're in, the market is in a sell mode. But like I said, we need to, at the end of the day, have some kind of an ABC up, closing gaps, going up, retracing, and then selling off again. Okay, so be mindful from these levels. Going up a little bit is important. So we've got 34.38 as a target, and that's going to be 4298, 4321. So 4298 is there. And 4321 is about there. All right, which is logical. As you can see, that's where they're like sold off. And this is where like they're sold off. Euro dollar, nice, as you can see here. With the euro dollar also, we said we need to come down. I said we're going to go below the 50. We should go below the 50 and come into this zone here. So the market just keeps selling off, and that's fine. I said, be careful if you're going to buy around here because it's a demand zone. So, no buying around there where you can pretty much face no selling around here, I said, because it's just a place where they bought before. But if you're selling from places like the opening pivot at the Astro hour, or if it breaks down selling, or on the retracement selling, then I guess you would have been okay. All right. Once a level breaks down, we have to wait for the market to push up to retest it to sell again. And that is going to be probably the market coming up into this zone here. So we should get to 1.0555. 1.0555. So somewhere there. All right. So the market going to retrace up to sell off again is also logical. But other than that, this is going exactly like we said, just pushing further down and down and down. Like I said, we should get into this shaded zone, at least into this zone here. And then we should have probably an ABC down, and then a good trend should start, hopefully. Okay, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So we still got room, like I said, to come down here. So selling on the up moves is not a bad idea. Let's take a look. Dow Jones, NASDAQ, Bitcoin. So this is Dow Jones here. Let's get into Dow Jones. Right, yeah. So same kind of thing here. Remember, we said we'd fall into there. And did I draw that before? Probably that was a PST level or something. We still have room to come down. So this is going to come down even more. This is the weekly. Okay. So, wow. Okay, so I put down all the way here. That's a possibility. All right. So we'll see how things pan out. This is the weekly. So on the daily, what you want to do is, if we go up, we want to sell off. Okay, so places to sell off are a bit far out. So, okay, I guess you're going to have to wait. But this thing is going to go further down. I just want to make a point that if you're going to sell it, you have to wait for it to come up. If you're going to buy it to go up, try doing that around 33,302. 33. $302. Yeah, so buying around here at the lows again if you want to buy it. Okay, if you want to sell, you're going to have to wait for those levels up there. Oh, well, that's quite a far way up, 39. That's 33,907,947. Let's just get rid of this. $907. 947. there. So there's a bit of a dilemma here, as you can see. Okay, if we come back down, which we probably should, okay, then we've got room to come down, fill in the gaps, and then go back up again, and then possibly close some gaps here, as you can see here and here. So we should initially come back a little bit more higher. And now what I can do is I can just readjust this goodbye kiss into there, and the market should come up into that goodbye kiss zone before selling off again. Okay, now NASDAQ. With NASDAQ as well. Okay, so that's the blue zone there we marked in before. I said be careful around here, as you can see, but I also drew this line here yesterday. So on the daily, as you can see, it's just nice and sharp, okay, right on the line. And from here, can we go up a little bit? Maybe we can. Or on the weekly, let's see, monthly, yeah, we still have a bit more room to come down here. Okay, so the market can still sell off, okay, and where it can sell off, it's going to be those Astro hours at high levels. You see this has got room to fill in here, so the market selling off is okay for it to come and fill in the gap here, and then they'll think about buying again. So be careful, because it's a good impulse wave there, so they'll come back, and then going long again is only natural because they'll want to test the buys here. Okay, and if you want to sell, you have to wait. Okay, you've got to wait till the market comes up a little bit, and this can come up all the way back onto 15,000 zone because of the gaps there. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so not much to talk about here. This has got a bit of room to, go up and then sell off again. Then we should keep coming down. You see, this is a zone we're going to have to fill in sooner or later. So NASDAQ should come back down here. Remember, I said NASDAQ should get back to this line, and we will get to this line. We'll get into this zone. All right. So market going up to sell off again is logical. So where you're going to sell, just be careful. Don't sell anywhere. Just use your technical analysis to do so. If you're using your ATAM strategy, then we still got room to go up into 43, which is 14,844, 14,844, which is all the way up there. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit tricky, as you can see. So use your swing days and your hours at technical analysis levels. Any buying today, you should be on the white line here if you're using your ATAM. Okay. Or if you're not using your ATAM, just do your technical analysis and try to do it that way. Bitcoin, not a lot to talk about, because with Bitcoin, I noted those levels for you before, and if you sold, you should have been okay. So, it's just pretty much no problem. Okay, so if you sold off those levels, you should have been okay. And there's room to come down, like I always said, and I gave you those targets as well. So we still have room to come down. So any sell-off here is good. The market, if it fills in a bit more gaps there, it looks like it's filled it in. But any push up, you can just sell down, in my opinion, from this zone or that zone and just push it down. You know my take on Bitcoin. This blue zone was a sell zone all along. So I'm just happy to sell, as when the market goes up into your PST levels, and that's basically it. So Bitcoin, marking your PST levels. Those of you who are using your ATAM strategy, and those of you doing your own technical analysis, mark your resistance levels and match them to the Astro hours and then sell them off. That's what we're doing.